Okay, so it's like 90 degrees and I wanted to share with you a couple of leader tips and tricks that we use during our tournament fishing, or really you can use these during any fishing really. The first one is how to store your leader line. What I like to use is I've got this small spool of 50-pound mono, and I've got just a regular koozie over it. That's a neat little trick that I learned from our buddies over at Learn to Catch Catfish, so check them out. And what this does is kind of contains your line, and it keeps compression around the roll, and you always just have a little bit hanging out of the top here, and the rest of it just kind of gets compressed within the koozie, so it's there when you need it. It doesn't go crazy in your tackle box. You're not looking at 15 to 20 feet of line just unrolling and unspooling and having to roll it up every time you look at it. To make a leader, what we do, I take this 50-pound mono, get about 2 feet or so. Like to use my hook snips here. We've cut our leader line 2 to 3 feet, put a Palomar knot in it. You wet the knot so Ron doesn't get mad. It's for you, Ron. Trim your tag line off. Now I'm not too worried about leaving this tag line long, for one because catfish aren't hook shy or line shy, so it really doesn't have to be pretty, but for another reason you're gonna need to tighten this up later maybe. Okay, so once you've tied your leader, you got a couple here. I like to take a bread tie, and I'll just use a regular bread tie, put a couple of mine on here, try to keep them organized. Put this one on here. I'll tie this off with a twist or two, and then I will just wrap these around my hand here. And I'll bring that extra loop from the bread tie, just kind of wrap it around my leaders here, and this will keep them from really going crazy inside my tackle box. And there you have it. Now I can set that in there, and whether I'm day fishing, night fishing, whatever, I can reach in, grab this, and I'll have a leader ready. Now what you don't want to do, I'm going fishing this weekend, you don't want to tie these several weeks out in advance, or if you do, you need to re-tighten them. Like I said, I'm using these this weekend, so everything's going to be good, but if you're going to store these for more than a week, then before you use them, you want to get back in and tighten the knot, use your pliers or needle nose or whatever, tighten the knots up again, because they do get loose if they just sit just as they do on your pole. So that's how we do leaders. If you like what we do, you want to see more, then subscribe right here. Yeah, go ahead and do it. Everyone else is doing it. Go ahead and subscribe, and we'll have more info for you in the weeks to come. I'm gonna shoot some footage on this fishing trip, and hopefully we'll be showing that next week. So thanks, have a good one. Tight lines, everybody. Again, I don't know if I even wear this thing. It's stupid. It's a definite safety hazard. I'll use this for bait. Yeah, kids left this out here. That'll show them. Catch shad in this. Shad it up really good. I like that.